Right, can you hear me? I hope you can, because this stream, let me tell you, has not been an easy one to put together. If you haven't got a clue what's been going on with my streams, then I can let you know. But for the people who are in my Discord server, and if somebody could post the link, can I post the link in the description now? No, I'll do it later. if somebody could post a link to my Discord server, webcam lighting on, that would be very helpful. But if you've not been in my Discord server, you will not know the difficulties that me and Jayden, who today's stream is with, on the main line, you will not understand the difficulty that we have been through to put this stream together with you. Now, I'm hoping that... can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see the cameras? So that should be my station camera. That should be the mainline camera. This should be 3 cameras and browser. Just going through all the options. This should be Jayden's room, of which this needs moving up slightly. Let me just fix this slight technical difficulty. We just need to get Jayden's railway room actually visible. I can sort that in a minute anyway if necessary. Oops. Excuse the faffing about for one moment. There, that's the 3 cameras zoomed in. Northern Transport Hub, Joe says he can hear me, that's fine. We're not dropping any frames at all, which is absolutely brilliant. We've got Jayden from On the Main Line up in the loft. Now, we are doing a collaboration stream, so we're going to be running trains on both of our layouts. Jayden's got a couple of different camera angles that he can change between, and I've obviously just got the usual station camera and the mainline camera. Joe says it's all fine. Well, that's brilliant, because when we get some trains running, I'll go through the absolute pain that today's live stream has been to put together. Jayden has currently gone to get a set of headphones with a microphone, because he's having a little bit of problems with inbuilt microphones and such. Because I believe when he changes camera, it also tries to change microphone that's built into the camera, and that messes it up. So I think he's off to get something he can plug into an audio jack, and then there won't be sort of any problem there. Now, excuse me for one moment while I just go over to Discord where the call is and check that everything's alright with Jayden. Make sure his video is still visible. Yeah, it is. So he's gone to get some headphones with an audio jack input rather than a USB, because it's with having USB webcams and a USB microphone, I think it's sort of messing it up slightly. So that's what he's gone to do, and he should be back with us very shortly. But meanwhile, I think it's time to get some trains running and tell you the story. Possibly, in fact, I'll save the story for when Jayden comes back. But when Jayden comes back, we'll both go through the rigmarole and tell you the story that we've had to go through to actually get this stream up and running. But we'll get some trains going first. Still dropping 0 frames, which is, if you ask me, a miracle, but I'll explain all of that later. So on the Gresley line, let me check all the points are set. We're not having a derailment before we even start. We've got Golden Eagle with 1, 2, 3, 4 Pullman coaches and 2 Blood and Custards. Hasn't been run for a very long time as Golden Eagle, so we're going to see how she behaves. So we'll get her slowly on her way. That's max power, actually. She might need some corrosion burning off the commutator. Oh, she has actually now died. Oh, no, she hasn't. She's still going, so we'll set everything off nice and slow to start off with. On the, I can't even remember what I named them, Riddles line, middle line, we've got 37 with Rake of Wagons. Again, we'll start off nice and slowly. I don't want to deafen myself before we've even begun. That should be those 2 going now. I'll keep them nice and slow while we get underway. And then on the Stevenson's line, I've got the 9F by itself. Off we go. Make sure all the points are set, which I believe they are. And, well, we are now training. Hang on, Jayden's back. Let me bring his audio into the stream. Jayden, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can you hear me?
Yes. Chat, can you just... Is Jayden's audio too loud, or is it fine? On OBS it says it's fine, but obviously when it's been through OBS and through YouTube, that might change some things. So can you hear Jayden fine, everyone in the live chat? Hopefully you can. You can certainly see him. I can hear him, but it's whether the audio's alright for you. It should be.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You were tapping something then.
Yeah, wait, show my camera quickly on the stream.
Okay, there you go. There's full screen Jayden cam. Oh, you looking at, why didn't I think of that? My brother and my dad have gone to watch football as well, and they're having, well, my dad's having a pint and my brother's having several pints of Coke. So why didn't I think of bringing a drinking log? I mean, I have just had a massive glass of water with tea, but let me see if I can reposition Jayden's camera a little bit better. I'm not quite sure what's happened here, but do excuse the mucking about with the camera just for a couple of seconds. Jayden's audio died. Yeah, that's... oh dear. Right, we'll see what we can do about that in a minute. Meanwhile, I think I've got Jayden's layout on there as good as possible. So, that's a good idea actually. Can you... Joe says... can you load up his phone? Although, I don't know, it was working the other day, the audio. I'll fix it while you guys enjoy the stream. Okay. Well, let me know when you're back in. In fact, I'll be able to hear when you're back in, Jayden, so that's not a problem. But we'll see how that works. Your video's in the stream, fine, so yeah. So, do I go through the rigmarole of how much of a pain this stream has been to set up? So basically, if you're in my Discord, or if you are active on YouTube and saw the community post yesterday, you will have known that yesterday's stream didn't exactly go all that well. And that's because for some reason, even though I've done, I don't know, something like 25, maybe nearer 30 streams on OBS, for some reason yesterday, the Wi-Fi in the loft decided to, well, drop to non-existent, and I'm talking literally 0.3 megabytes a second to about 3, maybe 5 at best megabytes a second yesterday. So, yeah, that wasn't great, and that meant that I couldn't do the stream because the internet wasn't fast enough to upload the video and the audio to YouTube. It was skipping roughly 80% of all frames that were processed. It was very laggy, very choppy. I think the audio was fine, but the video was terrible, and it just didn't work. You know, it was literally like watching a Charlie Chaplin film in 2 FPS. In fact, Charlie Chaplin's films would have been better than what I produced yesterday. So what I ended up doing was buying a adapter to plug into my laptop. So it was an Ethernet to USB adapter that I could plug into my computer, and then my brother has some TP links which I borrowed. One plugs into the router and into a socket downstairs. The other one plugs into a socket in the loft, plugs into the Ethernet to USB adapter, and then I'm now on wired internet rather than wireless, which means I'm getting 30 to 45 megabytes per second download, and I'm getting about 15 megabytes per second upload. So that means we're able to run the Discord call and do the stream without problem. And if I'm not mistaken, that little bing bong means that Jayden is back in. Hello Jayden, can you hear me? Let's get him back on. There we go. So that meant that yesterday, obviously, I couldn't do the stream. I didn't have enough internet, so I had to get a Amazon next day delivery, get it ordered to my house today. It came, can't remember, something about 4:30. Jayden, I can hear you. Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, good stuff. I'm hoping it stays like this now.
Yeah, that was fine then. But, so that meant I had to cancel the stream yesterday. The part got delivered today. And now we're doing this stream. The reason why there was a delay is because parents came home, I had to say hello, spend some time with them, to help them cook tea, eat tea. Had to set up the video call with Jayden, and then obviously I had to go through final checks and make sure with everything as it should be. And thankfully, now I think it is. So if you have any requests for either me or Jayden, do let us know and we can facilitate those as best as we can.
Too much.
For now, I think we are actually live streaming, which is quite frankly unbelievable. I can't actually believe that you can see and hear both of us. This is quite frankly unbelievable. And I'll shut up now and let Jayden do some talking, because after all, this is a collab stream. If Jayden can hear me, that is. We can certainly see him. And I have set the stream to low latency as well. So it should be nice and rapid. Jayden, we can hear you. Hello, how are you doing? That was perfect then.
Yeah. And the mics are being a bit of a pain because I've got like 400,000 things with different microphones. It likes to chop and change.
Alright.
So audio will probably be a bit dodgy. I've got a 66 that's set up if anyone wants to see that. And I can also run a few other stuff that I've got already on the line.
Very good.
As far as LMS, pardon me, as far as LMS stuff goes, I have, but where exactly it is a good question. I think it's in my storage shelves of all my other model array stuff. But I'll try and find it and get it up running. Maybe in like, I don't know how long that takes, 15, 10 minutes, something like that. But I'll get that going, hopefully shortly.
Jayden, we never actually...
In the meantime, do you want to see a 66 running?
Jayden, we never actually discussed how long you were available to tonight. How long have you got? Have you got a reasonable length of time? I can probably do an hour and a half, 2 hours max. It just depends on what you can do.
I've got enough time. I should be alright. I could probably do an hour and a half or so, 2 hours. If we could even survive for that long, I don't know.
Okay. I'm sure we will.
I mean, for people watching thinking this is a shambles, we've got one happening tomorrow and another one happening the day after that. So
yeah, we have.
we can redeem ourselves on that. Should be
yeah.
alright.
Well, today, thankfully, we've only missed the HEMR light. Well, something has just massively derailed. Oh no, it hasn't. It's just the gravel being a pain. Today is the first of mine and Jayden's collab streams. Today is the first of mine and Jayden's collab streams. I'm sat here repeating myself here. But, so, thankfully we only missed, the only thing we missed was a solo stream from me yesterday when things went wrong. But me and Jayden are doing 3 collab streams this week. We may be doing more, actually, than 3. I'm not sure what dates I can do yet, but I know I can definitely do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as a collab stream. So today we're doing one on my channel, and then on Wednesday and Thursday we're doing one over on Jayden's channel. But what we are going to do is we are going to share the live stream files with each other, so that Jayden can upload this live stream onto his channel, and then any live streams Jayden does can be uploaded onto his channel. And then views and subscribers and likes wise, it does stay fair, if you know what I mean. Because it's just, it makes sense if we both do a live stream to both have that live stream on our channel, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're going to do.
Are we doing the mishap counter? Because I've just had a derailment already. In fact, I've had 2.
Actually, I don't have the mishap counter on this set. Because we've got 3 different videos on the sort of main 3 cameras, on the main 3 camera screen, like you've got here, I don't actually have the mishap counter, but if you'd like me to add one, I can. Could be quite fun. I'm on a different set. On OBS, you can have like a different set of scenes. So I can switch between this one. It's like presets for what you're doing. So I've had a preset for this collab stream. I have a preset for the normal HEMR lives, and I have a preset for like Shout Out Sunday and recording like on Xbox and stuff. So I actually deleted all them for this one. But if you want, I can see if I can put one on. In fact, if I just copy this title, that's not what I wanted to do. I keep forgetting that Control C I can't actually use on this set of OBS because that shows Jayden's camera. Because on OBS I've nicknamed it Collab Cam and Control C changes to Jayden. So I actually have to copy it manually using right click and that. So if I go right click, copy, right click, reference, and then this might go a little bit weird for a second. So I do apologise for that. Then if I change this to... Oh no, it's done that. That shouldn't happen. Oops, I've deleted both of them now. Just want to delete this one. No, I don't want to remove the background. This is not going to plan. Can I delete this? Do I want to remove episode number? No. This doesn't normally happen. What's going on? Ah, there we go. Right, let me try it a different way. If I copy this... No, that's just duplicating it for some reason. I'm having a little bit of difficulty having a misapp counter, Jayden. Let me see. If I add existing, does that... No, it just duplicates it again. Oh no, it doesn't. If I edit this, does it change both of them? Yes. Why will it not let me... It's not going to let me change both of them for some reason. Oh, do I have to duplicate it? Paste, duplicate. Yeah, there we've done it. If I have to do duplicate, not reference. If you do reference, it has both of them. So if I now go misapp count, make that a little bit smaller, where can I fit it in? Can I fit it in bottom right? It's not going to be so intrusive there, is it? There we go. I can nudge that up a little bit. Jayden's had one misapp so far, so there we have one on the misapp count. Let's get that aligned properly. Go a bit further, I think. Down a little bit. So yes, Jayden, there you go. There is your misapp counter, and we're currently on 1. Let me just make sure everything's still okay with Discord. Jayden hasn't spoken for a while, but I think we realise he's having audio difficulties. Sorry, Joe, I missed your comment. You said, how the heck does this all work? So basically, we're all on a... Well, I say we're all. Me and Jayden are on a Discord call. I have my camera muted. Well, camera muted. I have my camera turned off. Ah, Jayden, you're back. I can hear you.
The point is, Joe, it doesn't work.
Well, it does every now and then.
We just attempt it.
We attempt it and pretend like it works. But basically, me and Jayden are on a Discord call. I have my camera off, because if I don't have my camera off, then I can only use one camera. So I have to turn my camera off because you can't be using the same camera in two locations at once. I can't run the cameras for OBS like this, but then also be on the Discord call, and Jayden doesn't need to see my face or anything. He can just look on the YouTube. So we're on the Discord call. I'm window capturing that disco call that's playing in full screen in OBS. I add the window capture to the various scenes. So like this, Jayden's window capture there. You can see his hand. That's added. It's added to this one. And basically, whenever I want to see Jayden, I just add that window capture. And then Jayden appears on the screen. So that's basically how it works, to be honest. It is a little bit of a pain to set up. You have to be careful what your audio inputs and outputs are. You have to be careful what microphones you use, and you just have to be careful that everything runs smoothly. Me and Jayden did a test on this the other day, and thankfully we were able to get it to run reasonably smoothly. Sometimes Jayden's audio dies, but sometimes we can hear him. But we are over on Jayden's channel for the next 2 days using StreamYard, which is a little bit less high tech, but the audio should be more reliable for them.
George, I've got a bit of a calamity here. It's gone a bit quite wrong.
I've just added a mishap to the counter. Do I need to add one, or was it so big that we need two?
Well, go to my camera on the stream and I'll show you.
It may be a couple of seconds delayed. The audio from YouTube to what you're seeing. I could try it on ultra low latency, but I have read of problems occurring when people do that, so it's probably just a couple of seconds delayed. Your camera's on the screen now. Oh. Well, I think, Jayden, because we've had a derailment... We've had a derailment... We seem to have had a derailment from Jayden and a wheel come off, so I think for that we're going to have to put another one on the mishap counter. Also, Jayden, your audio went a little bit slurry there, but I think we got the gist of what you were saying. I'm not sure why it does, to be honest. I don't understand how it can go wonky mid-sentence, but we got what you were saying.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's better.
Just the case of changing microphones.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll get it all sorted. So that's that one out of action.
So I've added two to the counter for that, Jayden. That's derailment.
That's probably worth
second derailment, and they count. Well, I can stick on as many as you want for comedic value if you like. I can stick another one on.
I think 2's reasonable, actually. Maybe even another one. I don't know.
Right, we're going to 4. We're at 4 mishaps.
Into this, I think we'll be in triple digits for the mishap.
Triple digits? I mean, surprisingly, none of my trains have derailed yet, which is an absolute miracle, especially Golden Eagle. That's normally a bit of a dodgy little sod over the points, but excuse me, amazingly nothing has derailed. Do we have any requests for my layout? Because I am aware that we've been going for half an hour now. Let me actually speak properly. We have been going for about half an hour now, so if anyone has got any requests for Jayden's layout, the New North Moors Railway, and if anyone's got any requests for my layout for Highbrook and Mother Railway, please do let me know, and we can both try and put some trains that you want to see running. So far, in half an hour of streaming, and if I do some quick maths on my phone, I want to see how many frames. We've dropped 0 frames in half an hour, which is absolutely brilliant. This little Wi-Fi adapter is definitely worth the 16 quid I paid for it. So let's say 31 minutes times 60 seconds in a minute times 60 frames a second. So out of 111,600 frames, we've dropped none. That is, if you ask me, some miracle. I'm not quite sure how me and Jayden are managing this. I've been sat here grinning to myself, if I'm going to be honest, for the past half hour, because I can't quite believe that it works. Joe has said 37116, that's comics, and Virgin Mark 3s. I think the Mark 4s actually, but doesn't make a difference with the 31 on the other end. Okay. If I swap over to my camera for the moment, so there's the 31. She shall uncouple badly and derail everything. Then I can move the 31 up. And I mean the Neville Grove 31. Yeah, that's the only one I've got. If you've seen a Triang 31 in my YouTube shorts, that's been and gone now. That's in another happy home. Quite a lot of the time, when I show engines in my YouTube shorts, they are quite often ones that I've bought up to repair and then sell on. So like the Pannier tank, like the J83 that's been in before. They were ones that I bought up to do on and then sell on. Part up, buy, do up, sell on, I should say. Didn't you do up and sell 2 of them? Well, I've done 3, I think. Oh no, I've done 4. I've done the J83, I've done quite a few actually. I did a Class 45, which was the Manchester Regiment. I did a J83. I've done a HST before, a Triang 31. What else have I done? Oh, the Pannier tank. So yeah, I've done quite a few actually when I think about it. It's yeah, I've actually brought up and done quite a lot of them now. So yeah, sometimes I like to showcase an engine on a YouTube short because obviously it reaches more people. Most of the time that is, and it well, I just like to show off engines that I've done up, and then they go. Give me a shout if you ever do an unrebuilt Scott or a Class 47. Oh, yeah, that was another one. I did have a Class 47 and then I sold that as well, but I really could do with a 47. That wasn't one I bought to do up. That was one I bought up with the intention of keeping. So that these Virgin coaches came with that 47, but I decided I'd actually rather have the HST. So that's why I sold the 47 and got a Virgin HST instead. In fact, no, that's not true actually. These Virgin coaches, yeah, that was right. These Virgin coaches came when I bought the Virgin HST, but the Virgin 47 I bought by itself at a local model shop. So yeah, that's how the story goes. I've had so many engines come through and sell on that I quite often forget what's happened where, to be honest with you. Golden Eagle seems to be getting slower and slower every lap. So let's see if the 31 will behave. I think this needs some replacement bogies, to be honest with you. We're going to have to lose a Virgin Mark 1 because the brake coach, as you might expect, doesn't have the coupling on one end. So we're going to have 3. Connect them up and let's see how they behave. Jayden's camera's back on. Oh, they actually seem to be behaving reasonably well. Yeah, miraculously, I think they are actually behaving together. I could do with an unrebuilt Scott 46148, the Manchester Regiment. Yeah, well, I had the Class 45 of the Manchester Regiment. I am planning on buying myself a Royal Scot for Christmas, I think, an old mainline Royal Scot. Well, not a Royal Scot, the Royal Scot of the Royal Scot class, 46100. I'm planning on buying myself a mainline one for Christmas cheaply, and then doing it up, getting the replacement axles because it's a mainline model. They will almost certainly be split. So yeah, I might be doing that. But the Manchester Regiment I had was a Class 45, a peak, a diesel, if you like. I'm just making sure everything's okay with Jayden, because I'm aware he's having audio troubles, but I think we are managing. He's on screen, so I think we can class that as a collab. That 31 does need a bit of work, to be honest with you. It's never run right from the moment I got it from Hornby for winning that competition, to be quite frankly honest. But what can you do? It's a very expensive model, but it's also very, very fragile. I must say, Jayden, your hills are absolutely fantastic. Is it you and your dad, or you and your granddad that did that? They are absolute. That's better than anything I could do. They are absolutely wonderful hills and scenery. I must say they are absolutely, well. I'm going to go as far as staggering. Absolutely beautiful setup for the back of your loft. That.
They took far too long. The problem is, I think it's too steep because I've been trying to get my Aberdeen Commonwealth, the bully that Joe asked for. I'm still down.
Oops. Joe's just said, is Golden Eagle a B17 or an A4? It's an A4. I think that
Right, I'm
ding
back.
means Jayden's back. He is. Oh, and if I actually put the,
Right,
if I actually
back.
get us back to full screen. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. And I wanted to do that. And then I need to get
The
back onto
Pacific,
OBS.
Joe, I'm trying to get the Pacific running, but it keeps stalling on the hill.
Take some coaches off it. Get somebody to push.
It's only got like 5 coaches on it.
Oh. Mind you, it's my Backman
I think
D11.
I made these hills too steep. I'll be honest, mate. I think it's because I made the hills a bit too steep. It's because I got carried away and wanted to put a bridge over a waterfall, so I had to make them too steep.
What was I saying then? I can't remember. I'm going to say something. Never mind. I think, oh, that's it. I was going to say you can never really avoid hills. Even me and my dad set all my baseboards absolutely as flat as possible, and still over this join here behind the mainline camera, there is still a slight hill there, even though we set it as flat as possible and we bought the straightest wood possible we could. It was still very, very difficult to get it completely flat. I imagine the angle changes slightly in the winter and the summer with the wood swelling as well. It will minutely change. Right, I think I'm going to have a request on one of the lines now. I think I'm going to put something on. I'm going to leave Golden Eagle because she has not run in many, many months now, and she is,
Yeah.
you know, the Ringfield motor needs a good run. But I am going to put something on in place of the 9S.
Oh dear.
Jayden, what's going on? Is something blown up? Please tell me something's blown up. Well, I don't want something to blow up, but it'd be quite funny if it did. You've broken the bridge. Oh my god. I'm gonna say that is a very grand scene. Even if your locos can't get up the hills, that is a very grand scene. As I said earlier,
No,
I
but
very
it
much do
shows
enjoy your scenes.
the front bogies just chose to derail on the bridge, which is the furthest away part from me, and I can't reach it and without climbing on my set.
Can you send the 60? What's your strongest engine? Can you send something the reverse way and try and catch up with it, like a quick but powerful loco? If you can just couple to the front of the engine or the back of the coaches, you may be able to drag it down until you can reach it. I think that's what Double O Bill did on his old layout. On his old layout, Double O Bill used when an engine like got stuck in his little tunnel section. He just rammed it out with another engine, I think.
Well, I might try and give it full whack in reverse and see if that gets it better downhill.
Oh, give it a bit of Jeremy Clarkson. Go on.
Power!
Power! Well, we can actually hear Jayden now, so I think we might actually be just about managing, you know.
It worked.
Keep your settings
It
as they
actually worked.
are. Oh, damn it, I wasn't looking. I was looking in my... I wasn't looking. Can you get it stuck again? I wasn't looking when you did that. I was rooting in my loco box for Joe.
Alright, hang on.
Get it stuck again.
Full beans, come on.
Power!
Oh, you
there we
it's
go.
done it again.
Yeah!
That wasn't even intentional. You do it again.
You might have a loose fish plate or something. You might have a loose fish plate.
Oh, probably. I think
right,
the
full
tracks,
power reverse.
I think the wood's kind of warping. Wood's kind of warping, so the track's twisting. Right, hang on. Right, ready? Full power
I am
reverse.
watching
Three,
now.
2, 1.
Yeah, there we go. Brilliant.
It's always the fun bogies. It's always the same ones.
Oh, it's the same with mine. My tornado bogey really loves to jump off on this section just behind this camera. Yeah.
The problem is,
Joe,
it's my favourite bogey.
Don't damage it. Joe, what triple header would you like to see? You can pick anything, to be honest. I'm not bothered. I'm not sure anybody else will be bothered. Yeah, pick anything you want to see triple heading with any combination of stuff that's not already running, or maybe is running behind Golden Eagle, and I'll happily do it for you. Golden Eagle, Flying Scotsman, and Tornado. Fair enough. Where's the 9F? Oh, I've already taken it off.
Oh, come on. Please work.
Let's just itch Golden Eagle forward a little bit. So I'm not sure if Flying... Oh, that's the wrong coach. I'm not completely sure if Flying Scotsman works. As I say, I've not run trains in this lot for a considerable amount of time, but we can see what we can do for you, Joe. You know, Jayden, I think because you had those 2 derailments, I'm going to have to add another 2 to the mishap count. We're heading for double figures.
3.
3?
3 now.
Yep. There we go. 9. We're going to hit double figures before the end of this stream. Right.
Well, I'm going to have to change the camera and I'm going to have to climb all over my leg to get up to it.
Right, give me a minute. I'm going to change. Okay. I'll see you shortly, Jayden, when you've done some camera configuring.
I'm going to climb on my stuff. Hang on. I'm going to do this.
I have just
had my microphone on so you can see him.
Okay. We have just hit double figures in the mishap counts because moving the coaches round here, because I don't want to take off 7 coaches. I just want to put them in a back siding somewhere so I can get them out later when necessary. I've actually just derailed half the coaches, so that's going to have to be a tick over on the mishap count, and we are now in double figures. So I'm now just going to change the points if I just momentarily switch to my camera. If you watch this set of points here, with any luck it will change. Where are we? 4th, hang on, that's not the right button. Where's 4th radius to coal side?
Do not kneel on double O gauge rail.
It hurts.
Guys,
I've done it
one
before.
word of advice: do not kneel. Right, come on.
You should
There
try
we go.
crawling over the baseboards to ballast, and I had to do that with pain. If you look here, these points should change.
Yeah, not fun.
Signals change, and now we can simply just wheel these into the back siding because I don't really want to be faff about taking and putting on 7 coaches. So it just makes sense to shove them into the siding. I could have done Golden Eagle to pull them into the siding and done some shifting round, but oh, that's another mishap. My
Guys.
Pullman's just derailed.
Oh dear. Right, George. Should I play it safe and let it go in front of the bridge in the pond on slightly lower but still raised level, or shall I try and risk it all again to get it back up and over the bridge?
I mean, I'd say risking it all again would be most amusing, but it's whether you want to knacker your favourite local or not. Points change again down here. There we go. And
I don't think it's
still
going to be knackered, but you know what? For the sake of the live stream, should we give it a shot?
Yeah, why not?
Right,
I mean, we are effectively just messing about after all, aren't
we? Yeah. Well,
we?
we've never been Sam's Trains level serious, have we?
Ah. Do I count that as a mishap? I've just tried to couple. I was just about to couple Tornado's tender to Flying Scotsman. I've just realised this has gone off screen. Apologies. So I think that's going to have to be 2 mishaps because I derailed and then put the wrong tender on. Oh, hang on. Let me go on Jayden's camera. There we go. It's got stuck again. Do you know what I think that means? I think we're on lucky number 13 to the mishap count. If we can hit 20 by the end of this stream, I will absolutely just die of laughter.
If we hit 20, give me your address and I'll send you a can of Iron Brew in the post.
I've never had Iron Brew, so that would be interesting. Oh, hang on. Look what's happened here. This has been loose for some time, and I really should have bought another Tornado body. Tornado has lost its smoke deflector, so guess what that means? It means we have another on the mishap counts. Past 14. Where the hell has that gone? How can it's not even in the drawer.
Well done.
What? Oh, it's there. Wrong floor. Here we go, look. Tornado's smoke deflector and name badge has just fallen off. To be fair, this loco body is knackered. When I bought it, it was knackered. It's got round stain on the roof, the cab was a bit mangled, the smoke deflectors were loose and the whistle was coming off. But then again, I did buy it quite cheap. So, I think I really could do with a new Tornado body, because to be honest with you, it is just knackered. I'm not going to try and balance this smoke deflector because, well, it's just going to fall off and cause something to derail, and we're already at 14 on the mishap count, so you know what? Sod it. We'll just go with a single smoke deflector Tornado. Much like the real Tornado's broken, isn't it? Well, or was, I can't remember if it's been fixed. It had them flats on its wheels, so we can say we're doing some realistic modelling here. Totally, when I'm coupling. When they're not even, I nearly said earlier, we're coupling 3 Gresley engines together, but we're really not out here because we've got an A4, which is a Gresley design, an A3, which is a Gresley design, and then a Peppercorn A1. So, yeah, we most certainly have not got 3 Gresley engines together, much to Jayden's disappointment.
Right. Yeah, you've ruined it now.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
Right, I've fixed it. It's alright.
Oh, have you fixed it?
Yes, I have. Right, should we try and get it downhill? Alright, let's give it some beans.
No, I'm not laughing at that attempt. I'm laughing at Flying Scotsman because Flying Scotsman needs a relatively high current and high voltage to turn its wheels. But if you look here, because obviously we've got 3 engines on one track, the wheels of Flying Scotsman are barely turning. If you can just see there, they are sort of just skidding along. That's brilliant. So there's your triple header,
Right, I'm
Joe.
playing it safe now.
Oh no, actually, I might have been wrong. Flying
I'm
Scotsman's
playing
wheels
it
are
safe,
turning
George.
now. Hey, look, Flying Scotsman wheels are turning now. I wonder if it was just a bit stuck.
Oh,
So that triple header,
George.
despite being three different types of
Oh,
of
dear.
motor and design, are actually working quite well. Yes, Jayden, sorry, I can hear you.
I've,
Have you got
I've
it stuck?
crashed into the scenery. It's
Does that
crashed
mean
into the scenery.
Does that mean it's another one for the mishaps
It's,
count by any chance?
it, well, it's quite literally crashed into the bank, so probably.
Do you want to count it as two, considering the driver might have died if it was a particularly severe crash? Can do if you want.
It's happened before. It's because there's a little bit that sticks out. But you have to get it at the perfect speed for the front of the loco to turn, so it just narrowly misses it. And clearly, I was either going too slow or too fast.
Are we counting it as two then,
We
or
have to
not?
climb over. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Add whatever you think.
Well, two then, because you have to climb up. Nah, we're counting that as two.
Well, Joe, you can hear me. On the bright side, at least you get to sit and look at the Merchant Navy, the Bullet Pacific. I
That
can't
is
remember what
true.
it's called. I think it's Aberdeen Commonwealth. And let me quickly look at the nameplate. Yeah, I think it's Aberdeen Commonwealth. I can't quite read it from here.
I'd try and do a Scottish
20,
accent, but I'll just offend everyone with my terrible Scottish accent.
it's number 21C7, which I believe is Aberdeen Commonwealth. Hang on.
Well, while Jayden
Right,
embarrassingly
I'm
has
gonna
to climb up on his layout,
climb over.
I cannot believe that
This
this
is the
triple
fifth
header is
time this
actually
stream.
working.
George, how long have we been on live stream for?
52 minutes and 39 seconds.
Right, this is the fifth time I've had to climb on my boards now. The
Plus
fifth.
50 mishap points. I'm joking.
Right, well, hang on, give me a minute.
We
Ow.
are definitely going to
Ow.
hit double figures
Ow.
by the end of this.
Jeez. Come on.
Oh, it's smelling like Triang XO4 motor in the loft at the moment. I can really get that 1970s smell at the moment. But yeah, I cannot believe our Ringfield motor, which has got split pickups, a Triang XO4 with half chassis pickup, and then a normal regular cam motor and flywheel in the Tornado. I cannot believe how well that is running. That's actually unbelievable, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like the wheels aren't slipping. They're not fighting against each other. I actually can't believe how well that's running.
Ow. Right, George, I've been an
Hello?
idiot. It
Why?
wasn't the fact that I crashed into the scenery. It's the fact that I forgot I was hammering some nails in, and there's one nail that's sticking out by like a centimetre.
I will admit I've also done that.
Right, hang on, I'll
The cost.
switch to my little sort of portable camera, and I'll try and show you.
Do you
Right,
want to
give me a
count that
sec.
as? Do you want to count that as another mishap, or are we not counting it considering it wasn't in stream you did that?
Right, can you see my portable camera?
Yes, we can.
Right, so... Oh, I'm not going to be able to... The cable won't reach. Hang on a second. Hang on. I apologise for this shoddy camera work. I'm not a cameraman by any means. If you can even hear me anymore.
Aye, we can still hear you.
Alright. So I don't know if you can see that, but there is a nail that's sticking out there.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that.
You see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got to push that back in.
So I think,
Yeah.
well, what do you want to do in terms of mishaps? Because I can technically take two off, but do you want to add one back on?
I think mishaps is your job. I'm gonna say Maybe that's worthy. I don't think that's worthy of 2. I'd say that's probably
No.
worthy of 1.
We'll go back down to 15 then. 2 was crashing, but we've just backed it down to 1 because you put a nail in. You can't really count that as 2, you didn't do that on the screen.
Yeah. Right, then I'm going to try and punch that nail back in.
We never got something running in place of the 9F, did we? I completely forgot about that. My apologies. So now what I think we'll do... What do we do? Do you know what? I'm going to do something which I do always enjoy doing. And I think we're going to mimic a failed HST power car, because why not? I might even do a little bit of shunting in this siding. In fact, do you know what? That's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a little bit of shunting today, I think. If anything interesting happens on your layout, Jayden, let me know. I'm just switching over to my camera for the moment.
I've just punched the nail in, so I'm hoping it will work now. I've got one of these little tool things, if you can see that. Like, you squish it, like that.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, we can see you. We saw that, yeah. Oops.
Yep. Right, I'm going to see if it works now.
There we go. Right, so I'm going to
go
put
ahead
the
with
HS2...
your layout. See if it works.
No, it's fine. I think you can see it good enough. I'm going to put the HST in this siding, and we'll just do a little muck around of having to get the 08 in and changing the points and stuff. And then we'll just run the 08 round. So, 08 in reverse, and off we go. Yeah, so everything's, well, I say everything seems to be going pretty well. We're on this app count 15, so they can't be going that well. If you can see up here, we're just going to change the points.
The train has fallen over.
I think that could be another mishap, you know, but I'll add that on when the 08's going. I've just set the 08 in the wrong direction. That's yet another mishap.
George.
Hello.
The train has literally fallen over.
Oh. Well, I've got 2 because...
So it's going. It's off on its own accord. I can't stop it. It's I don't know what it's doing. It's decided it wants to go for a walk. Oh dear.
Well, that's 17 mishaps because I set the 08 in the wrong direction and your train just decided to become possessed. So, well, let's see if we can get the 08 into this siding without causing some sort of thermonuclear disaster.
I think everyone's kind of giving up. I think this is...
Well, the 08 stalled because those points are dirty, so I'm afraid to say that's another mishap on my part. These points are dirty, so the contact didn't pass the connection through to get onto the controller. But anyway, we'll just pretend that didn't happen and add something to the mishap count. Here we go.
20, aren't we?
Oh, that's another mishap because I'm not sure if you can see on this camera. Something was just badly derailed. Tornado's derailed. Would you believe, Jayden, it's that front bogey that we were on about earlier. The front bogey derailed and that yanked everything else off the track. So, yes, modern loco front bogies seem to be the curse of today's live stream. Also, Jayden, can I just ask, what are you using for your audio now? Because you're not breaking up at all. What have you done?
The inbuilt microphones on the computer. I've given up on the separate microphone that I have. That I spent too much money on and doesn't even work.
You're coming through loud and clear, so if we have to do one of these streams on my channel again, be it an extra one to the 3 we were planning this week or another time, we should be good to go.
100%, I will do that.
Yeah, but we can
I will
hear you
100%
perfectly,
do that.
and we can see you perfectly, so all is well.
Oh dear. Oh.
Well, the triple header is now re-railed and back on going. So I think I need to add another mishap because it derailed. We're on 19, we're nearly to a double decade, you might say. And we can get that for shunting now. So we're going to move... Oops.
You know, I think the problem is for me is because I've got 3 whole loop lines that are completely raised up, as in they do not go on to ground level. And when we say ground level, I mean the main baseboards, obviously not the floor.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like, saying that the baseboards are ground level, they never go on ground level. They never touch the baseboards. They're suspended the whole way around. And I think the problem is because they're all different sections of, I don't even know what we use. It's either plywood or MDF or something along those lines. There's loads of different sections of that we've then laid onto each other to make like a puzzle where it all comes together and makes this big ring. They're all suspended on foam blocks, so it's
Yeah.
kind of warping over time, and it's all moving. All the tracks just completely not level, and it's a nightmare for maintenance. So I
Can
think that's
imagine.
my problem. That's why my trains keep derailing. But when you do get it
Jayden.
going well once, it does
Yeah.
very good.
I'm afraid we have just hit a double decade in mishaps because the HST doesn't have a coupling on the front end and therefore needed to go this way to the 08 and couple to it. You
George,
absolute
I know
muppet.
what can fix it.
What?
I know what can fix it.
Power?
I
Iron Bro?
do.
You know what? I may leave Jayden
Awesome man.
alone on stream, dare I do it, and I may go get a drink and also see if my parents have been watching the live stream as they so often do. Did I just reverse the HST into the camera? Yes. Does that mean we're now on 21 mishaps? I think
Yes.
so. Jayden, we are breaking records here. This is, quite frankly,
We
staggering
really
but
are.
also expected. The stream isn't
Have you
even going
contacted
that
the
wrong.
Guinness Book?
I can't
Have
even
you
put...
contacted the Guinness Book?
I think we need to be honest. Oh great, the
Honestly.
08 stalled. The 08, the pickups on the 08 are dodgy though. I'm not putting a double mishap on for that point, because that's just not fair. The 08 pickups are actually pickups that touch the top of the wheels, I think, on that model. It's an old 08, so that's where half of the problem comes from. And it is a pain to take apart and clean, which is why, very shortly, I'm going to do a video on it.
Can you see my broken tornado underneath the 66?
I can, yeah, what's up with it?
It's broken. The same as yours. Maybe it's just a tornado thing.
Maybe. 08 stalled again, it desperately needs servicing that. As I say, a lot of these engines I have not used for months on end, so some of them will be a little bit dirtier. Just going to change this point back now over here, which is the second radius to coal and H2O. Wait, and change. Oh, Jayden, you know what's just happened?
Yeah. Oh
The
dear,
front,
what's happened?
the front bogey on Tornado's derailed again.
Oh,
We're up,
oh dear.
we're up, we're up,
If
we're
you
up to
want to look at my
22.
camera, you'll notice
Yeah,
something else has happened. Yeah, I've had a bit of a mishap as well.
no, that's another. No, everything's stops now.
Look at that. I
Oh
didn't even
dear.
know how that happened.
That means we're up to 25 mishaps because not only is this derailed, I've whacked this train with my hand trying to derail this one, and the 08's cut out. So that means we're up to a quarter century of mishaps now, and everything is stopped on Highbuck End Model Railway.
A quarter. Oh my goodness. That's a lot.
Let's get re-railing. Hey, we've been going an hour. All right, an hour and 4 minutes. If we get up to 2 hours, we could easily hit 50 here. They get a plaque for that in cricket,
100%.
don't they?
A half century, yeah. And then if you get 100, you get a century.
Yeah. Right. That's the Gresley Line train coupled up. Now we need to re-rail this train that derailed while I was trying to re-rail the other train because my chuffing hand was in the way.
Right.
Thankfully, nothing broke. And the 08's decided to cut
Unrebuilt
out.
merchant navy.
Yeah, okay, this 08's, there's no point running this 08 because it is literally just stuttering at every opportunity. Anyway, the triple header, can we get you back and going? Yes, we can. The 37. Can we get you up and going? Yes, we can. 08 can go away and I'll find something else to put on the second radius, unless anybody else has some more requests, which I am more than happy to set up for you, please do let me know if you'd like any requests, because we can facilitate that. Either of us can facilitate that, although Jayden might have problems with track pins that haven't been banged in properly.
Honestly, it's not. Right, well, on the topic of locomotives, I can switch out the unrebuilt Merchant Navy, the Southern Wartime Blackhorn 21C7 Aberdeen Commonwealth. Yes, I tried to remember that so I could show off my knowledge. I could switch it. I could switch it for my rebuilt Merchant Navy, which is obviously the one where you can see the cylinder. I'm forgetting how to English. The cylinder boiler. But I've got two of them. One of them is Bibby line, which is missing a smoke deflector, and it has been for quite a while. I'm trying to contact Hornby's department of little spare things to see if I can get one.
Good luck with that.
I've got another one called Element. Yeah, I know. They're not gonna make it easy. I've got another one called Element Lines, which is somewhere. When I say somewhere, I do mean somewhere. I'm not actually quite sure. And then I've also got Guildhall, which is a Hall class, obviously GWR. I might run that. I've got Britannia or I've got a 9F, but I don't know whether 9F works or not. I've got a few
Jayden,
others, but I'm
you're
not going
probably
to
going to know the answer to this. Do you know Hogwarts Castle? Do you know how it's Alton Hall?
Yeah.
It's not actually a hall class, is it? Is it a castle class? Or is it a manor? I can't remember what it actually is, because even though it's Alton Hall, it's not a hall class, is it?
I'm
no,
pretty
sorry.
sure it was a castle class.
No, yeah, sorry. Hogwarts Castle isn't a castle class, is it? Because isn't it called Alton Hall, so it's actually a hall class? I think I've got that the right way around. I'm not quite sure.
It's something like that. It was one of them, and then they said it was another one. A bit like what they're trying to do with what's its name, Sierra Leone. A bit like what they're trying to do with that sort of thing. Yeah, that's another topic though, isn't it, Sierra Leone?
Aye. I don't mind it myself, but I like Alberta. I think that's the best name, to be honest. Galatea. I mean, I don't even know if it's Galatea or Galatee. As in,
I'll be honest, I've never known how to say it.
I mean, you'd think I'd say Galatee because I'm from Yorkshire, but I say Galatea because that sounds slightly better.
Just say whichever one sounds more posh.
Well, I'm not posh, I'm from Yorkshire.
Well, whatever suits you.
I'm going to say Galatea. In fact, I'll get the browser screen camera up in a moment. You can actually have a little bit of research. But anyway, on the Stevenson line, we've got the 11 man with 3 coaches. Whether it'll manage it or not, I'm not sure. But we'll see how she manages. It is a nice loco. Just a terrible, terrible colour, if you ask me. Well, not if you ask me.
Element Lines. I found Element Lines. She's in her box. Do you guys want to see it? There you go. I mean, you know what a Hornby box looks like, but...
I don't know if you can see the chat, Jayden, but Joe asked for the blue A3, the one that's in your station.
Oh, the blue A3. 60110 Robert of the Devil. Again, remembering so I can show off. Listed them. I'm just pretending I know.
It is a nice A3, that. If it were Flying Scotsman in blue, I'd come over there and personally set it on fire, but...
No, I've got a Flying Scotsman in... Hang on, let me show you. In your favourite livery.
Was in blue for a while, wasn't it? But...
It was. But here you go. Flying Scotsman in your favourite livery, George.
I'm ashamed to see that, and I'm actually ashamed that I'm running the apple green one on the layout at the moment. What's this doing here? This should be illegal. Can't do that.
You've got an apple green?
Yeah, it's the old triangle one. I don't mind.
I've got an old triangle one somewhere, actually. You've reminded me.
Because it's
triangle. You know what? You've reminded me. I think I have got a...
You know, I'm making an exception for that apple green Flying Scotsman because it's triangle, it's old, and I did do a lot of work to restore that one, but other than that, you can't have a modern LNER green Flying Scotsman. That's just not legal. Get off the stream.
Well, that is how she left the factory, so...
Well, it's not how she'll be known.
I've got a triangle one too.
Oh, show us your triangle one. I'll put your camera on screen. There you go.
I'm trying to find it, but I know I've got a trying one somewhere. Oh, where is it?
I remembered what I was saying
You know the
earlier.
old
Oh, go on, Jayden. I'll let
Go
you.
ahead.
Go on. You go ahead.
All right. You know the trying ones with the tender that has a little piece of metal in it, so when the wheels rotate, it goes chuff, chuff, chuff.
Yeah.
I've got
In
one of
fact,
those
mine's doing
somewhere.
that now.
I'm trying to find
Oh,
it.
nice. I'll see if I can
Yeah, I'm
move my
trying to find my one. My granddad gave.
I'm going to move my
Anyway, so you
microphone.
finish what you were saying.
I'm going to move my microphone close to the to Flying Scotsman, and hopefully you might be able to hear it chuffing. So here we go. I'm not sure how clear that was. There is a lot of noise in the. Oh, never mind. I think I accidentally muted myself there. Let me just try get Scotsman, the chuff sound. Here we go.
I found a wartime class in a box for Flying Scotsman.
Not sure whether you heard that. You might have, but I'm not sure. But what I'm actually going to do. I keep accidentally pressing the button on the microphone to mute myself. It's a good job I haven't been trying to figure out why audio ain't been not working. Al from
there you
Leighton
go.
Junction
This
has
is my.
joined. That's nice.
Oh,
Jayden.
hello, Al. How are you doing, mate?
How are you doing? Thank you very much for your patience yesterday, Al, and today. There's been a lot of difficulties, problems with Wi-Fi, problems with Amazon delivering wired connectors. But I'll give you a quick rundown now about yesterday. So basically, the reason why the stream actually cancelled yesterday is because the Wi-Fi was terrible.
Right, Joe.
You've probably
I'm
seen
just
the
going to
community
try and get the
post.
Blu-ray for you.
You've probably seen the community
Right, Joe,
post
give me a
yesterday,
second.
Al. Basically, the problem was my Wi-Fi in the loft, for some reason, has suddenly become terrible. Even though I've done 25 different HEMR live streams using OBS in the loft, for some reason yesterday, my Wi-Fi speed was like terrible. It was like 0.3 megabytes a second to about 5, which is nowhere near what you need for streaming. So even though for some reason I've done 25 different streams in the loft, yesterday when I hadn't done one for months, it started to break. So I had a next day delivery from Amazon ordering a wired Ethernet to USB connector, so I can then plug my TP link into that. And then I now have wired internet access in the loft because for some reason the wireless Wi-Fi has decided not to reach the loft. So I've got a TP link plugged into an Ethernet to USB adapter, and now I'm on 30 megabytes per second downloads, 20 megabytes per second upload, wired internet in the loft, which means it's a lot more stable. And we are actually dropping 0 frames. So if I do some quick maths again, we've dropped 0 frames out of all the frames that have currently been on this stream. So if I do 1 hour 13, we'll call it 1 hour 14 minutes, which is 74 minutes, times 60 seconds in a minute, times 60 frames a second. So out of a hair over 250,000 frames, we've dropped none. So I think you can tell that the wired Wi-Fi is working a lot better. And I'm happy because it means I can do collab streams with this like Jayden, and things should never break in the future again. So, quick technological rundown there for anybody, well, for Al and anybody who wasn't watching earlier, why everything broke.
Oh.
What's happened?
George, get the mishap counter out again. I've crashed 2 trains into each other.
Does that mean it's 2? I think that counts as 2 mishaps, if you ask me. Two trains, 2 crashes. I'm going to count that as 20. I'm going to count that as 27. Al has said he's got COVID. Sorry to hear that, Al. Hope you feel better soon. I've just had a nap.
But can you
Hopefully
see that on the
feel better
screen?
after that. Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Oh, that's
Yeah, get up.
a little
Get better
bit bad,
soon.
that. I hope you're feeling better soon, Al. Hopefully the naps made you feel a little bit better. And thank you for joining, even though you're ill. That's much appreciated. And thanks for your patience yesterday and today as well with the field streams. But we are up and running. We can hear Jayden, we can see Jayden, and well, All is, dare
Yeah,
I
what he
say,
said, Al.
dare I say it, jinx it.
Yeah, by the way, Al, I hope you get well soon, mate. Yeah, I'll just say what George said. I hope you get soon. Get well soon. Thanks for joining.
Right,
I'm gonna
I'm
have to
now.
sort out.
Oh no, go on.
I'm gonna try and sort out my train crash. You entertain the people watching.
Well, what I was just about to say was I'm now going to go downstairs to get a drink while I leave Jayden by himself on stream, and I was going to say, dare I do that, but well, it'd be interesting if
Oh yeah,
things go
no,
wrong. So,
yeah, I'm a very responsible,
oh
grown-up,
yeah,
matured person. I think
I
I
mean,
can deal with being on my own for a few seconds without blowing something up.
well, if you were in the room with me, I wouldn't trust you to not press the buttons and cock everything up, to be honest. But you're not in the same
You
room
know
with
your
me,
little,
thank God.
you know your little flicky switches for all your signals. I would just go along flicking all of those. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, but well, you'd not only change all the signals, you'd change all the points as well, so we would literally have your disaster but 3 times worse. Ah,
Yeah.
dear.
Um, Hang on. I'm gonna try not to kill anyone, including myself, whilst I fix this. You get a drink, George. See you in a
Right,
minute.
I'm going to pop downstairs, get a drink, say hello to my mum and dad, even though, yeah, I'm just going to say hello to them quickly. But I'm off for a drink. Jayden will keep you entertained, and I'll see if everything's not burning down in flames when I come back. So see you in a couple of moments.
Right.
If you don't
I'm
hear
not
a
as
load
good
of
of a
audio,
streamer.
if you don't hear a load of if you don't hear a load of my audio for like 5 minutes, please shout at me in the chat because I'll have muted my microphone and forgot about it. Thank you, and I'll leave you with Jayden for just a couple of minutes.
Right. I'm not. I'm not as good of a streamer as George is. Um, I'll try and give you commentary where I can, but at the moment I'm gonna try and run Joe's request of the blue A3, or is it an A2? No, it's an A3. Can't remember now. I'll I'll try and find the box for it in a minute, but try and work out what it is. In the meantime, I'll just say it's an A3 because it looks like it. I'll try and get that running. Unfortunately, I don't have any rolling stock on the same line that I can shunt it onto because it's on an isolated line on its own. So I'm gonna have to run it light, but we'll see. I don't even know if it works, so I'll give it a shot. I mean, you guys will just have to watch on and hope everything goes well. I'll switch to my wide angle. You can see it down here. That's the blue A3. Right, wish me some luck. I have to work out which controller it's on first. Oh dear, no, that's not it. I didn't think this through, hang on. There's a train on the line that it needs to run on, so I'm going to have to reverse that, switch my points, run that one down back into the station, then run that one up onto that. Okay, this is going to take a bit of moving about. Not a worry. Let's try it. That's going to be. Let's change the points. That's going to go straight on. That's going to go straight. No, that's not going to go straight on. That's going to go to the left. And that's going to have to go to the left. No, that's going to go to the right. No, left. No, right. Let's give this a shot. Right, there's the 66 putting into the station. Right, now let's try and get this one moving. Which one's that going to be on? Oh, no, that's not going to. Right, hang on. Right, one train is significantly longer than the other one, so I'm going to have to do a bit of shuffling about. I apologise for the lack of commentary. I'm just really trying not to blow anything up. That's going to be that. So nope. Yes, no, no. Oh dear. I think the train's a bit too long for the platform. How am I going to do this then? Right, now move this. No, that's not going to work, is it? I'm going to have to drive it all the way out and back in again. Oh, wait, hang on. Aha! Oh dear. What's happened now? Is it the tender that's derailed? I think it is. Right, let's see if that works then. Oh dear. Right, we're in a bit of a situation. That's going to have to go up there. And at the same time, that's going to... Hang on. How's this going to work now? That goes straight on. I'm going to bring this... I'm going to have to... Oh! My whole train has fallen over. You've got to be kidding me. Right, I'm going to try and just push the Blue A3 up onto the main line, the upper inner line, because then I can isolate that line and have that running round whilst I deal with the freight train hauled by the Freightliner orange, the orange what's the livery's name? It's G&W, the orange G&W Freightliner, the 66 number 66623. I'm gonna have to try and sort that out, but first of all, I'm gonna try and get the Blue A3 or A2 up onto the inner main line, which is the one raised up. And then I'm gonna isolate that. That should hopefully run around on its own, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Dare I even ask what's happened while I've been gone? I'm back, chaps.
An entire freight train has fallen over. An entire freight train has fallen over. My Blue A3 has crashed, and I've also stalled another locomotive.
Well, we've hit a triple decade now. We're on 30 mishaps for those three.
Yeah.
Oh, it just gets better. Drink of choice today, chaps, is J2O, which I've just been to get, and 3 ice cubes. In my
I don't
black
know if
sheep glass.
better is the word that I'd use.
In my black sheep glass that I bought from Black Sheep Brewery a couple of years ago. £4.50, I think. It's actually a gin tumbler. Not actually had gin in it yet, for obvious reasons, but perhaps. Yeah. I shall very
I
much
don't know
enjoy
if
this
better is the word I'd
beverage.
use. Ooh, that looks nice. I'm gonna try and get my A3 up and running. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have to fix a whole freight train, a long one too, which is really annoying me.
Oh dear.
And some more stuff. So, do you want to entertain them, or do you want
Yeah.
everyone to laugh at me trying to get a freight train to stand upright?
Well, you know, I can
I'm
provide.
just gonna try.
I can provide definitely not. What's the word? I can't think of what word. I can provide.
Oh, actually, this is going a bit easier now.
Well, I think I finally worked out what I'm going to try. I could give you in inverted commas helpful commentary while you fix your train if you'd like. I'm sure they'd appreciate that very much.
You know what? This is actually got to be easy.
I missed Al's earlier comment. He says, I'm not too bad, would normally be at work, so I'm on sick at the moment. Well, hopefully you get well soon, Al. And he's also just said, well done for your first collaboration live stream, you've done very well. Well, as by the story earlier, and the slight little audio problem we had at the start of the stream, which we've now
the
fixed.
train's fallen the other way.
Oh, God. Well, even though, Al, we have had some problems, as I said, in yesterday's stream, it's taken a day to get up and running, and even though we have, had a little audio problem at the start of today, we are going, and I think we are working miraculously. So thank you very much indeed. And I've just accidentally pulled a knob off one of my controllers, and I'm not exactly sure how that's possible.
I was about what? You've done what? How?
I'll show you. This little knob here on the R921, I was just messing with it and it just sort of went rip. So, oh, it's come off.
Oh dear.
Pillock. And
Is
even
that a
pliers.
mishap?
You know, I think it could be. I think you might be right there.
Yeah. Yeah,
31.
I think that's a mishap.
And we currently have a class 31 on the layout.
I don't know whether is ridiculous the right word for that, do you think?
What, 31? I'd say, well, yeah, ridiculous, ludicrous, insane.
Crazy, everything.
I've just had to pull this little peg out of there. This goes onto the potentiometer, and then this is obviously the knob that you twiddle. Excuse me, to turn it on. How the hell does that even go back in there? Have I just broke that? Oh no. Oh right, no, that, okay. I haven't broke it. No, I've not broke it. It all slots together perfectly fine and dandy.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue trying to get the A3 up and running.
Yay, my controller's back together and not in pieces. That's only the little R921 anyway. It's the thermal cutout on that's ridiculous. You run even the 101, the little L40101, you run that for 5 minutes and it just conks out. That's why it's only powering this little coal and water side in here. That was a point motor buzz, and that was a very satisfying point motor buzz from Jayden there.
Ah, yes, the A3 runs. Right, it should be coming on screen. Nope, it's just stopped. It should be coming onto screen when I get it moving again.
Your audio has gone slightly slurry, Jayden, by the way, just to make you aware. We can still hear you. But...
What's that? Is that better?
Yep, that's perfect.
Right. I'm just giving my A3 a little pep talk. I'm trying to get it to move.
Just threaten it with half a peppercorn.
Nope, it stopped again.
Oh dear. Just threaten it without the peppercorn's
Come
going to completely
on.
redesign it and make it worse.
Yeah, that's true. Right, I'll hit you with a hammer if you don't start moving.
Although, to be fair, the A1s are nice. I do like the A1s, so... Yeah.
Right, it's moving. Um, oh, it stopped again. Uh, I, how is it that the A3s were the first ones to get 100 miles an hour, and now it's moving when it's not moving?
Audio's gone
It's
slightly
got
dodgy again.
maximum bees. Oh, there it goes. Better?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know whether you might need to switch back to your inbuilt computer ones or not. It'll be alright, I think.
You might want to add another mishap.
Why? Is it just refusing to play ball whatsoever?
That's one way of putting it.
No, that's 33. I meant 32, which is a mishap in itself, but we'll just gloss over that quickly. Nobody noticed. This is why I don't do live streams, as Al, but may give it a go. Watch the space. I think you'd make a very good live stream, Al. As long as you've got good internet and you can use Streamlabs, StreamYard, OBS. There's lots of different services you can use. As long as you've got good internet and you give everything a trial run, then there's no reason why they should break, really. Mind you saying that, what happened to me yesterday, but I think I'd come and watch some of your live streams. I think they'd be very interesting indeed. I'm surprised my layouts behave as much as it has today, to be honest. I'm
I would watch
frankly
it too,
shocked.
100%. Oh, thank you, Al. That's nice of you to say so. You can even see my little sign if I switch back to the camera showing the rock face. Which
I
should
think
be working, hopefully.
I think I mentioned that rock face earlier. That is probably going to be better than anything I do at my level. I'm going to be honest.
Thank you. Hang on, the camera should switch back to it on live stream. There you go.
There
Can
we
you
go.
even see
Okay.
my little sign? My little sign as well. I'm really
No,
proud
the
of that sign.
points. No, I didn't change the points.
What's happened? Oh dear. George, you there?
Yep, I am.
Oh, good. I thought we lost you for a sec.
No, your audio just went a bit wonky again, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, right.
Right, the 31 has been on for a while, so while Jayden fiddles with his A3, I'm going to attempt to put something different on. Do I have to just put the Virgin HST on and be lazy? No. Let's do something interesting. Good news is I can't feel any concerning warmth. It's just lukewarm is the motor bogey from the 31. This is the longest period it's ever run for, really. Maybe aside from when I first ran it in, but it's behaved. What do I put on in place of the Virgin coaches? Whoops. Nearly derailed the 11 then. Flying Scotsman's motor, even though it's an old Triang motor that's probably quite demagnetized from how it was when it left the factory. Has not got concerningly warm. It's a bonus.
I'm going to try and get my A3 working again. Give me a minute.
Okie doke.
Ow. 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 Oh dear, that's my 66. George,
Hello.
add another mishap.
What?
I just punched my 66. Add another mishap. I didn't mean to. But,
I shall put another mishap on.
Oh dear. I'm getting too
we're
old for this.
We're going to see how well these 040s are compatible, because I know if I put this 040 and the 101 on, this one races off like a blender, and then this one barely moves. So although this one and this one aren't compatible, I want to see if those two are. Not think I've tested this. Oh yeah, they run at a similar speed. That'll be fine. So the LMS one can go on the front. I know Joe put a comment on one of my... Joe's back actually, that was good timing. Joe put a comment on one of my YouTube shorts today about the little red triangle 40. So, well, I didn't know Joe was back when I first got it out, but Joe is back, so we can say this is for you, Joe. Here's the little coal wagons that you say I always have on the layout, which indeed they are back on again right now. And there's the little red 040 as well. Which is, I believe, a repainted Triangle 040. I don't think they were ever actually available on this lovely. I think the previous owner I got this off. I got this off, not I got this off. I think he repainted it in LMS number 5, which is quite nice really, I do like it. I'm just getting all my mixed open wagons out at the moment. No need to put a brake van on, we've got a loco at the other end. We're doing a top and tail, like, whoa! That didn't derail then. We're doing a little old top and tail, like West Coast Railways does with its diesels. Or with its steam engines. It's riding back up. Right. Let's couple up Nelly. In fact, this coupling wants changed. Some of these wagons, the couplings have been removed from, I presume, to make them look less obtrusive, which means some of the wagons have to go a certain way round, because otherwise there's no coupling. We'll see if this little 040 train manages. We might have to go on to full wave if needs a little bit more oomph. But at the moment, we are not getting too much wheel slip. I might go on to full wave actually. We're going on to full wave. That little Nelly 040 just draw a little current. Because that is a knackered, well I say not knackered, but that is an even less magnetised XO3 I think's in there. Yeah. If it doesn't behave, I shall simply just take them off the layout, to be honest. They're just about behaving now, I think. Once they get going and the motor's warm up, it should be fine. I'll just check Flying Scotsman's motor. Yeah, that's not getting overly concerningly warm. Nothing wrong with that. Smelling like XO4 motor again. Flying XO3, XO4 motor. It happened when I first started Flying Scotsman, probably nearly an hour ago now. Now I've started the little Triangle repaint 040. It reads a old Triangle motor in there again. They seem to be coping reasonably well. I won't call it flawless, but we are not doing too badly. The D11 has completely died for some reason. I'm going to change those points back now. Yes, they both did change together, that's a bonus. Jayden says he's not in the lock for the moment. That's okay, Jayden. I shall entertain the viewers for a couple of moments now. I tell you what, while Jayden comes back, I shall just get rid of that. So, apologies for the moment for the big gap, but when Jayden comes back, just so, you know, you're not staring at the Discord thing, I'll just leave that like that, and I'll bring it back when Jayden comes. We were actually going to do some research earlier, which I'm going to do now. Again, I'll just get rid of that while Jayden comes back. We were going to do some research earlier on the... oh dear. Anyway, we were going to do some research earlier on Alton Hall because me and Jayden had some difficulty remembering whether it was a hall class it's actually a castle class or a castle class is actually a hall class, because even though it's called Hogwarts Castle when it's in its red level, we couldn't remember whether it's a castle class or whether it was a hall class. We couldn't remember which way around it was. Never mind that, because the 040, the 101 seems to have completely decoupled from the train, and then the little Nelly 040 has crashed into it. So I'm actually just going to turn. So we're going to have like a HST style. We're going to have Nelly facing one way and the little green 101 facing that way. So we'll see if they stay coupled, because for whatever reason, it uncoupled and smashed into the back of the other one. But anyway, back to our research. There we go. We're just going to find out what the actual deal with this is, because neither of us can remember. Go away. Let's do a quick little bit of reading here. Yes, there we go. It retained its Great Western Railways number 5972, but with alternative nameplates fitted, naming the engine Hogwarts Casserole. Casserole? Hogwarts Castle, even. And this is what the nameplates look like. Let me just make sure that's showing on OBS. Yes, it is. Very nice. So it's Alton Hall, got renamed as Hogwarts Castle. The renaming as Castle has become a railway preservation joke. The hall that thinks it's a castle. The Great Western Railway Castle class engines were different and larger. Okay, that makes sense. So it's actually Alton Hall, which I thought it was Alton Hall. I couldn't remember if it was Alton Hall or whether it was something else. It's actually Alton Hall, a hall class, but it got renamed Hogwarts Castle because Hogwarts is a castle. But then, obviously, people think that Hogwarts Castle is a castle class when actually it's a hall class. That's what, if we just, if we go for reference here, this is what a castle class looks like. It's obviously a lot longer. The cylinders are set back from the front for pony truck wheels. Generally looks a lot larger. And then the whole class, again, cylinders more towards the front of the bogie, a lot smaller, driving wheels by the looks of it. Yeah, definitely does not look as big as the locomotive. Down there either. So, we have solved that mystery. I thought I was right, but I couldn't quite remember. The four rows are going like blenders again. Let me just turn the power down. The engines, the motors have obviously just cooled down. Oh look, all three trains together, that's quite fortunate. The motors have obviously just warmed up, and counterintuitively, even though wires have increased resistance when they get warmer, motors, or at least model train motors, seem to run faster when they get warmer. Not quite sure why that is. I should probably know, considering electronics buff, I guess you could say, but we're sped up, so I've turned the power down a little bit. Joe has said he's got a model of Alton Hall, but with its original name. Very nice. As Alton Hall with the red, but with its original name. Very nice. You've got way more engines than I have, it sounds of it. I'm going to get some scenery done over this winter and the start of next year. I'm going to go to B&Q, buy a load of foam, get some more Necro wire for my foam cutter, and yeah, I'm just going to go head first into scenery, spend a lot of my spare time up in the loft, making videos of me doing the scenery as well. And then we should, well, with any luck, next year, finally, after 2 years of nothing, well, a year, 2 years, nothing really been done, with the ballasting, we might finally have some scenery and some greenery at my weekend, which should be very nice. Al has said, well, you certainly give the big channels a run for their money on live streaming. Great format. We'll be featuring this in my next video, how to make live streaming interesting. Like the format, definitely. Well, thank you very much, Al. We try his best. We've had some failures, as you know, about the start of this stream went slightly wrong. And yesterday went completely wrong, so it's not been perfect, but we are up and running. And I'm very much enjoying it. And Jayden, when he comes back into the loft as well, has just popped off somewhere. I know he's enjoying it very well. He's enjoying it as well. So thank you very much, Al. It's much appreciated, and I'm glad that it's enjoyable as it is for me and Jayden to run it. We have been having a lot of laughs, as I'm sure you can tell. Come on, little 040. Oh, never mind. The 101's derailed. Is Jayden back on? I heard his voice then. We'll be getting this video back on shortly, I think. So Joe has said, maybe stop the triple headers and run the 08 with 2 coaches, please. Certainly. So, actually, I'll stop that one there. I think we'll just shove the we'll just can we shove this out of the way? Yeah. We'll just shove this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And we'll stop the triple headers and do 08 with 2 coaches. Now, I'm not sure how reliable the 08 was. As you know, earlier we had a slight problem. Whoops. Ringfield motor isn't warm in the Golden Eagle, so that's nice. That is a bonus. Al has said, pity some of the bigger channels couldn't drop by and give some spot. Oops, nearly a rant. Yes, and as I'm sure you know, and as I'm sure I've said many times, I completely agree with that rant, to be honest with you. I do want to make a short video, as I keep saying, with my opinions as a relatively small model railway channel. I do want to make a small video with my opinions on that as well. But yeah, I do completely, fully agree with that, with your rants, Al. They, as I said in my Shout Out Sunday video, you are very much a real supportive ally of the small channels in the model railway community, and it is much appreciated. I think Jayden might be back. Is he? I can't tell. Let's have a look. Jayden's back. Welcome back, Jayden. Let's get Jayden back in the room.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Good.
Let's get Jayden back in the room on the stream. There we go.
Right,
There's your 08 and 2 coaches, Joe. And now I'm going to replace the 04s with the 9F, I think, because they'll just keep crashing. I did get quite worried for a second there, because in the on OBS it said chat disconnected, please wait while we try to reconnect you, and then immediately said successfully connected, so I thought the Wi-Fi had died then, which would be very concerning and bad news for the stream, because then it would just end. Thankfully, it was probably just a glitch in the system.
I don't think I'm going to run many trains.
What's happened? That,
I don't think I'm going to be running anything. I don't think I'm going to run many trains because but it just doesn't seem to work.
Do you need?
No, nothing. I tried to
Sounds
go
like
downstairs for something, but I'm not going to be running many trains because it just will not work. So
are you going to be able to sort it for tomorrow? I mean, obviously, I don't. You know, if your layout don't work, that's fine. But
I'll just be extra commentary for now.
what's up with it? Do you know? Do you know what's wrong with it, or is it just having a bad day?
I think it's a mixture of it's just not a good day, and also I think the wood's warped a bit. So I'll get the hammer out eventually, and I'll knock it all back in to shape and everything. But
Did you
in the
say the
meantime,
hammer?
I don't. Yes, I did say the hammer.
Oh dear. Get your hammer in there.
Out.
Oops, there's bits of my brake van keep falling off. Not sure why that is.
Red van!
Alice said, I would like to give my
Not the
real
red van.
opinion, but would be banned on YouTube. Oh dear. Fair enough, to be honest. Fair enough. I can see where you're coming from.
What have I missed from here? What rant have I missed?
Basically, just I'll say it. Well, if it's just, I don't know if you're in the chat, but he basically just said we're giving. Oh, I've pressed something and I shouldn't have pressed that. 1 second, please. I'll get this brake van on while that's fixing itself. I've just pressed a button and I should not have pressed that button. Oh dear. Oh, it's fixed itself. Al earlier said, you certainly give the big channels a run for the money on live stream. He says it's a good format and he'll be featuring this in his next video, which is going to be about how to make live streaming interesting, and he says he likes the format, definitely. So basically he was just saying he wished that large model railway channels would come and give the smaller model railway channels a shout out, basically. Basically said, you've watched his video, haven't you? So he's basically just said he wished the small channels would get some support off the big channels instead of, you know, like trying to just make money out of it. That makes sense.
So what he's saying is they're finding enjoyment and comedic value from our 33 mishaps.
Yes.
Well, you know what? You don't see that on the big channels. It's all edited straight out. With us, we're pure and down to earth, and we have a laugh.
Oh, sorry, I'm just realised I'm crunching ice and my mic's on. I best mute that. I bet that were really loud. I do apologise. I've got ice left in here and I've been crunching it. Nah, yeah, that was not a good time to be crunching ice straight down the microphone.
I've already given the Blu-ray 3 a run. It's just playing up it's being a bit of an emotional roller coaster, I think we should say. I'll give it another shot. It's still on the layout. I'll give it a quick run around if you want. We've been doing it for a bit, but yeah, I don't see a problem with trying to get it going again. I'll give it a go for you, Joe.
I'm back from ice crunching. In answer to your earlier question, Joe, yes, could be possible. it just depends what your Wi-Fi is like, really. Me and Jayden had to do a little bit of fiddling to get this to work, but depending on how good your Wi-Fi is and how stable it'll be, we could try, yeah. I would recommend doing a normal live stream without collabing first, though, if you've not done a stream, because, well, you need to get familiar with what you're using before you try and collab, to be honest. So yeah, we could definitely maybe sort something out in the future. It's just an absolute... Well, it's not a pain to run it when you're running it, but to get everything set up is difficult.
I mean, really, if you think about this collaboration stream that we're doing now has been making for years, probably, hasn't it, George? Like, we've been talking about this for, like, years.
To be fair, I mean, when did you ask me? Did you ask me in, like, I can't, it was that long ago, I basically just, well, exams happened, other things happened, holidays happened, and, I using different software and we're trying to figure out ways for it to work and that, and it took a lot of planning. Fortunately, me and Jayden are both on our term this week, so we've been able to club together and do it, and parents are at work, so I'm not, going anywhere in the middle of the day, so it has taken quite a lot of, it's taken quite a lot of planning. Jayden did ask me, it must have been a year and a half ago now, and I've just struggled to find a way to do it. Didn't really like the idea of, doing something like this back then, but, it's not going to be every week we're doing a collab, it could be another 3 months before we do a collab, but, it just depends when we're both available and the Wi-Fi working.
Well, we're hoping to bring maybe 1 or 2 over the next couple of days, but then after that, I don't know how long it'll be until we do the next one.
Yeah. I think I'm hosting today. You're doing tomorrow, well, Wednesday and Thursday. And then I might see if you're available maybe Friday or the weekend, maybe we could do last one with me. Maybe Friday or the weekend, and then perhaps after that leave it a while and then see how it goes.
Sounds fun.
I don't know if you're available at any point this Friday or the weekend, but we're definitely planning to do one at least until Thursday, and then we'll see how we feel, or we'll see what time we've got after that. That's another mishap on the counter because Ma'am seems to have, decoupled itself from the maroon Mark 1 coach. How odd. Let's back it round and get it connected. Not quite sure how it's managed to uncouple itself, but there we go, it has. Joe says his Wi-Fi is pretty decent. Mine normally is, but as you know, yesterday didn't go so well, did it? Hey, we coupled back up to man now. That's a bonus. How warm's the motor getting on you? Lukewarm, that's fine. I've done stream, just not on the layout before. How do you link all the cameras up? Well, we're doing it through Discord. So Jayden's got cameras on Discord that he can switch between. And I'm on OBS, which is a pain to set up for the first time. But it's alright once you get past that and if you know what you're doing. I've got a webcam here, webcam there, webcam here, and a webcam over here. And then I have a wireless microphone plugged into my computer, so that means I can wheel about the loft, I can lean over trains, I can go anywhere in the loft. Well, I can go anywhere within the transmitter. As long as I'm within 30 meters of the wireless receiver for this microphone that I've got clipped to my hoodie now, I can literally go anywhere. So as long as I'm within 30 meters of that wireless receiver, as long as that's charged and the microphone's near me, and the microphone's charged, then I can go anywhere 30 meters within that wireless microphone. You know, I used to use a wired headset before, but that wasn't really effective because every time I wanted to go to the other end of the loft, that just meant that I had to, you know, sort of work around wires, and I was always constrained by wires. So that's why I invested in a wireless microphone, because I can go anywhere I want. The audio quality is a lot better because it's like a separate microphone rather than just a laptop or a cheap headset one. So that's how the audio's done. I have two webcams for the video, and then to get Jayden in, we're on a Discord call, and I'm window capturing that Discord call, and also capturing the desktop audio from that call, plumbing that into OBS, setting up all the scenes with the correct audio and video, and the correct sort of arrangements, so like this. Obviously Jayden's not here. It just popped out the loft, so I can hide Jayden just for a minute while he comes back. But once you get it set up, it's not too bad to run. You've just got to be aware of what button does what, and how to set everything up and get your settings right. But the webcams are just USB webcams, USB 2.0, 3.0 webcams plugging into the computer. I've got a USB hub, which is like a USB splitter that turns one port from your computer into 4 in a little black device. So I've got one webcam plugged into there. I've got my wireless keyboard and wireless mouse receivers plugged into there. I've got my Ethernet adapter plugged into one USB port, and then into the other USB port I've got this webcam plugged in. And then into the 3.5mm audio jack I have the microphone wireless receiver plugged into that. And my laptop, because I am using a laptop, is also plugged in permanently on charge while I'm doing these streams as well. So it is a little bit involved. It does take a good hour of setting up before streaming. You know, yeah, but obviously if I come to stream tomorrow, then I'm already all set up. To do it for the first time from scratch, to getting all the tripods out, getting OBS, getting everything connected, getting everything working, doing the checks, and to streaming in total probably takes about an hour, which, yeah, it's difficult. It takes a little bit of thinking through, I'm not going to lie to you, but it is very enjoyable and it is rewarding once you do get up and running. I can just sit back and watch trains and laugh at Jayden's derailing A3s once everything's up and going. If you've not seen in the chat, Jayden's not in the loft at the moment. It says give me minutes. That's why we've got a little bit of a blank on that screen at the moment, just because you don't really need to stare at our Discord messages. I'm going to try sending Man around the runaround loop. So we'll see if I can change those points. Yep, they've changed. So with any luck, we should now see Man go around the station runaround loop. I do have another round loop in the back of the coal siding as well. Yep, she seems to be managing. Apart from the Mark 1 coach that's just derailed, so let's perhaps not do that. Yeah, that coach has just derailed, so I'm afraid that, what are we on to now? Mishap 32 or something? Jayden, are you back?
Yep.
I think he is.
Yeah.
We're up to another mishap. We're on mishap 34.
What happened?
I tried to send Man round the second radius runaround loop and the maroon Mark 1 derailed. I really shouldn't mess with points on a live stream, but I do anyway. Well, Jayden, what do you think about giving it maybe till 9:30 and then calling it a day? Yeah? I think that sounds like a good idea. Oh, it's just derailed. I thought I'd closed the runaround loop. Oh, for crying out loud.
I think that sounds good.
Yeah? Okay. These are apparently when I fired the point motors to shut both points for the runaround loop, because obviously there's a point to send it into, and a point to send it into the runaround loop, and a point to send it out of the runaround loop. Well, apparently I only shut one of them, so it went in, but then tried to run over a point that was set in the wrong direction to get out of the runaround loop, and then everything derailed. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, another mishap. Oh. You can't see it, it's not on camera at the moment. Audio slightly laggy, Jayden, just as a heads up. Couldn't quite hear you then, it went a little bit slowed. Al says, some really nice rolling stock on your stream. Is that a Class 08, the little green one? It is indeed. Little Bachmann 08. Lovely little model that. I think I bought it for about 60 quid. Oh, I've done it again. I still haven't changed that point for the second radius station. But although nothing's... Alright. Nothing derailed this time, which is odd. Come on. Yes, it is a little 08. Right, make sure to shut the point this time, George. There we go. Yeah, I bought that
On the
08
topic of
for...
mishaps.
Yeah.
On the topic of mishaps, my train just fell over.
Oh, make
Again.
it 36 then.
That's my my Aberdeen Commonwealth Merchant Navy, my black one, my beautiful one. It's fallen over. I'm now going to try and attempt to rescue it.
It was a good purchase, Al. £60 from Hattons, I think, so £64. In with delivery. Oh, no, we have just had you. Oh, dear me. Hey, we might hit 40 in the next 10 minutes. The man's just derailed again. I don't know why, because I did actually remember to set the point. Oh, dearie me. Do you know what I've realised another blunder was? Never actually played the intro music. Do you know I have the join-in video, like the 5-minute join-in video, to let people get the notification from the stream and have time to join before I start the stream? Well, I never actually played like the 13-second intro video. So that in itself, I think we're going to count that as another mishap. So up to 38. If you're not quite sure what that is, I'll remind you of it now. This is what the intro... I normally do a little bit of talking, introduce you to the stream, and then I play this little 13-second intro clip. So this is what it should have been. That in itself is another mishap because I played the wrong video. Let's try again. This is what it should have been. And that was what I forgot to play at the start of the stream. So we might actually hit 40 yet. Oh, Jayden's got something running. That's brilliant. Is that Element Lines or is that the Aberdeen one? Jayden's got his layout working. That's brilliant. Well done. I forgot to read Al's comment earlier that said, I can't find it now. The hammer is the cure for most things. Yeah, I can agree.
You might want to add another mishap.
Why? What's happened?
Another mishap, George. I think it's derailed, but I'm not really sure. It's over in the back corner again.
I tell you what, I'll leave it until I'll leave it at 39 until you discover, because we might need more than one on if it's a big crash.
That's a good point.
It is the Aberdeen. Yeah, you put in the chat. It is the Aberdeen one. Very good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Lovely loco, that. Not normally keen on Southern Rail. Well, it was originally a Southern Railway thing, wasn't it? I'm not really keen on Southern Railway engines, but that was a nice one. Not normally keen on black either, apart from on 9Fs, but again, a nice engine you've got there. Right, we're into the last 5 minutes of the stream, so if anyone's got a very quick request they would like, then please do. If anyone's got a quick request they'd like, please get them in as soon as possible. And Jayden, since I've done quite a lot of waffling today, if you can get your audio fixed, I shall let you do the outro. Seems only fair. It was working fine for about an hour. Do you need to change back to your inbuilt PC or laptop microphone? Has it gone wonky again?
Can you hear me?
Say again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Alright, that's good.
Well, 4 minutes
Yeah,
and I'll hand you over to Jayden for the outro.
You're going to have to add another mishap to it.
Why? What's happened? Has it just stopped?
Never mind, I've got to move again.
Well, oh, no, we're not on 340 mishaps. Dearie me, we're not that bad. We've hit 40.
Oh. Well, at least we've hit a round number.
Well, we've got 3 minutes left, yeah. There we go, 40 mishaps. We've got time for plenty more in 3 minutes. Al has said, well, a great triumph for the small channel boys. Well done. Happy Halloween. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much indeed, Al. Thanks for joining again, even though you're unwell. Thanks for taking the time to watch and comment. It's been very nice to have you here. Looking forward to if you ever decide to live stream. When you get that up and running, I'll certainly be watching that. That should be really nice and interesting to see. Yeah, and I agree. It has been, for the most part. We have actually done a stream, so that's better than yesterday. I do agree it's been relatively successful, so thank you very much indeed for watching. Much appreciated. What's happened now?
Cheers, I appreciate that. Derailment. Quite a big one.
A derailment, did you say?
Yes, a big one. It's the front bogies and the fast driving wheel.
Oh dear. Well, we're up to 41 now.
Oh, by the way, cheers, I appreciate it. Have a nice Halloween. See you next time. Watching. Does anyone know what the record for the most live stream mishap on the railway is?
Well, I can't go and check. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be able to go and check what the one last time I did on a normal HEMR live. I'd be able to go and check what the last one was, but I can't because we're watching for this now. Oops. Oh, it's gone slightly wrong. Do you know? I think we can count that as another mishap. Oh, Jayden's back on. Well, we're up to 42 now. Did you mean to disconnect that?
No, I didn't know.
Well, it's another mishap. There we go. Oh, 42. Right, I think, at least from me, I think I'm about ready to wrap up now. So we'll slow the trains down for the last final few laps, and then we'll slowly and gently bring them into the station. I think. Nearing up to 9:30. We've had a 2 hour and 15-minute stream currently. So we'll let the trains do a last couple of laps, and then I think we'll call it a day for tonight.
I agree. I think that sounds good.
Oh no!
I'm gonna pull
We've
my
dropped,
element. Not element. What have you done now?
we've dropped some frames. After 2 hours and 14 minutes, when we're finishing, now we dropped some frames.
What?
Oh, we've dropped 138 out of probably nearly 500,000, but that's really annoying because I was thinking, come on, we can do this stream without dropping any frames. And what does it happen in the
What would
last
have been
5 minutes? It goes and drop 138. Let's do some maths. 2 hours 15
well,
minutes equals 135 minutes times 60 seconds in a minute times 60 frames per second. So, yeah, that's annoying. Out of nearly 500,000 frames, right in the last 5 minutes, we dropped 138. So if I do 138 divided, because OBS only goes to like 1 decimal place. So if I have to calculate on my phone to calculate the actual percentage, so 138 divided by 486,000 times 100 to get it into percent. So 0.02% of frames have been dropped. Could be worse. Anyway, I am going to bring the trains to a stop, and then providing that Jayden... Lovely. Oh, that was a good shot then. Oh. Something happened there. That was a good shot then. Well, I'm going to bring my train to the stop, and when Jayden is ready, he can do the outro for you. I'll say a quick little goodbye after he's done the
that's
outro,
quite,
and then we'll call it a day for
that's
tonight.
quite an honour. Well,
Well,
I appreciate the honour of doing the outro.
well, it's a collab stream after all, and you deserve to do some talking when your audio works.
Yeah. You're a better live stream talker than I am. I haven't got much experience in this area.
Well,
I normally
practice
just
makes
be quiet and
perfect.
film trains. Yeah,
I
that's true.
nearly,
Normally I just stand behind the camera, being quiet and film the trains. But
I nearly put another mishap on then because I thought I've just drove that 08 past the signal, but it's set to green, so it's fine. So I haven't actually done a spad. If I did a spad, oh no! Talking of spads, oh no! What's this here? Who's left this? So you're telling me for 2 hours and 15 minutes this train has spattered this sick? Oh dearie me!
is that another
Look,
mishap?
this
Go on, make it
signal's
to
been
42. Make it a number.
no. This signal has been on red for the past 2 hours 17 minutes and 32 seconds. So whoever's been driving on the middle line is going to get, well, basically be headed with spattered that many times. Look, should be green, was showing red. So now, just
Take
for
it
the
all the way up
laughs.
to 50 mishaps. Take it
So
all the
now,
way up to 50 mishaps.
so now for the laughs, I'm going to set it to green and pretend it's red. Because some buffoon forgot to change it. In comes the 9F. Oh no, look, it's a red signal. Be
It's been for
careful,
the
you don't
past
want to...
2 hours. Take it up to 50 mishaps. Just do it. Put it on to 50 mishaps.
I think I will. Let's get Man in first. Northern Transport Hub. Joe says bye. Thanks for watching, Joe. Nice to have you here this evening.
Cheers, Joe. Bye, Joe.
Come on.
Cheers.
Let's bring Man in. If this stalls now, I'm actually just going to cry. Please don't stall now. Also, when I went downstairs for my drink, I didn't realise how loud it is. At the bottom of the hallway with all the doors shut, with the loft flap shut, you can still hear the trains. It sounds like thunder. You know what? I think I just perfect stopped all those engines. You know,
Stop the
that's unbelievable. Apart from this one being green, and it should be red, but we've been over that already. I think that was a perfect stop for me. Jayden, are all trains stopped on your layouts, or has we still got one going down?
Yes, they are indeed. Yep, they're all stopped.
Oh,
They're
I
all in
can
the
see it.
platforms.
Oh, I can see it. It's there, yeah. Right.
Right.
Well, as Jayden, as Jayden suggested, I think for my complete incompetence of setting this signal to the wrong colour for the past 2 hours and nearly 20 minutes, I think for the swear word and giggles of it, we shall change that to 50 and finished, as I expected, on a half century of
Lovely.
mishaps. So, over to you now, Jayden, for the outro. I'll pop in just to say goodbye right at the end, but Jayden, it's over to you for the outro.
Okie dokes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you coming over, using your time to watch us somewhat fail miserably at a stream. Half century of mishaps, and yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We might have one tomorrow, depending on how the situation goes. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yep, thank
I
you
am
to.
Brew.
Oh, I am. Oh, I can't do. I've just. I should have saved some. Look, didn't save any. Well, as Jayden said, thank you very much indeed, everyone, for watching. Thanks to everyone who's been commenting in the live chats and for your requests. We'll let you know if we're doing one tomorrow, what time it is. And overall, we just thank you very much for watching. So do take care, everyone, and bye for now. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow for another collaboration live stream. Do enjoy the rest of your evening, and goodbye.
Bye.
I cut you off then when you were talking. Do you know what I think that means? 51. Right, we are going now. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.
We can't end
Oh.
one, can we? We can't end one.
No, we'll just keep messing up and adding another one onto it. Right, goodbye, chaps.
We'll see you in an hour.